My first time going to the Drew League was in 2016. And I think I said this on former pods before, but the head of the Drew League sat me down and was like, what's your plan here? You know, this is a community. We take everything and everyone that's a part of this in an official capacity very seriously. If we're going to credential you, we need to make sure that your heart's in the right place. And I love the Drew League. The Drew League is one of the most pure environments for what makes basketball elite. The vibe of whatever the capacity is times 1.5x, where people are in standing room only, they're on the baseline, they're crowding around. It's like you've rushed the court, but that's just what it is, you know, while the game's going on. That environment's very intense, and it's pure, and it's happy and joyous, and it's a place for people in underserved communities to go and get access to players that they may never get access to, or at least get that close to, maybe in life. It's free. It's a free event. And I've seen this blow up. And just like Summer League, the Drew is now being broadcast on NBA TV, on a streaming capacity, and on television. LeBron James and DeMar DeRozan made cameos right after the Summer League. Actually, it was in the middle of the Summer League or right at the tail end. That got all the national attention and then got a lot of people going and playing in the Drew League as, okay, I want to do that too. And so I was thinking about the summer exhibition series, the Pro-Am circuit, and what I like about it. Whether it's Kevin Durant at Rucker, crossover in Seattle with craw, like crossover, like a stick in your craw, or like Jamal Crawford, because it's his event. The TBT, even the TBT, which is amateurs. What I love about this Peach Jam in Atlanta, that's a youth series as well, is the business of basketball is stripped away. It's just hoops. It's the purity of the game. It's secret sauce drinks that are made with water and sugar and flavored stuff, and it's popcorn for $1. It's hot as hell outside. It's a local DJ and a local MC on the ones and twos. It's the same thing that has bothered me a little bit about Summer League is that over commercialization. And so now when you see the Drew that has not gotten over commercialized, when you see the crossover, it's essentially the entire month of July is this beautiful game, the purity of the game. And the Pro-Ams, like I said, I think it's where basketball lives and breathes. It's almost like this is what we do this for. We're not worrying about whether our contracts are going to be up or whether we're going to get benched for nutmegging someone, or the joy of the game is there. And it brings us back to the reason that I think we love hoops in the first place, for me, which is why we saw Trae Young in absolute elation with John Collins, a man who The Athletic has been telling us for the last 3 years he can't fucking stand. Right? A guy, rumors are like he's not close with him. You could have fooled me at the crossover. Him, DeJounte Murray, native of Seattle, going to the crossover with his 2 new teammates, and they're experimenting, they're laughing, they're just doing whatever feels right. DeJounte Murray, hammer, dunk, lobs, this, that, street ball mixed with indoor, mixed with summertime. DeJounte, after that game, explained why so many NBA players are now choosing to play in these Pro-Ams. This is what he said. To my NBA brothers, if you're happy and you love hooping, man, get out to these Pro-Ams so these kids and people who can't afford to see us be able to see us for free. We ain't too big for that shit. If LeBron James can do the Drew League, then nobody is exempt for playing in these Pro-Ams. Everyone should stop through and make an appearance and show love. And it's more than the veterans as well, which I think is really cool as well. Paolo Banchero, also local native of Seattle, comes in, goes to the crossover, drops 50. Yeah, I'm about that. Chet Holmgren shows the world I'm not gonna back down from any of these men. I am 7 feet tall and 125 pounds soaking wet. And you know what? I'm going to put my big ass chain on that's going to weigh me down like 15 more pounds so I can take these hits. I'm going to wear my OKC hat and I'm going to post up and I'm going to play hoops. You've got Jaden McDaniel, who put up 52. 52 for Jaden McDaniel. That's the one that the Minnesota Timberwolves wouldn't trade. Now we know why. And so whether it's the Peach Jam for the up-and-coming high schoolers, the Summer League, the TBT at Rucker, Drew League crossover. It's hot weather, no school, just hoops, about as pure as the game gets. Players are out of season. Kids are basically out of their season. And there's no pressure. The vibes are immaculate. Time to just get with your friends, watch some basketball, no stress. Keep your game sharp, stay in condition, and show love to the community that has essentially been the only ones that can't come and see you when you're doing what you do. And I think that's, for me, is where I fell in love with hoops, is that outside vibe, barbecues, DJ Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith before he slaps the shit out of people, and, dogs out, and babies running around on the grass with blankets and big speakers and just hot, slap your mama hot weather and squirt and flaming hot Cheetos. And that vibe is just irreplaceable. That's nostalgia. That's childhood. That's why we love this shit. The business side is just a little bit too much. And I think Kevin Durant knows that, where he just wants to hoop. The players, I think, that are reminded of this when they go to these pro-ams. And I think it also is something that shows you what is the benefit of it as well, which is this. Like the NFL, NBA is now a 12-month-a-year sport. You're talking about, look at the schedule. So it's Summer League, free agency. Well, it's draft, Summer League, free agency, pro-ams, training camp, preseason, regular season, playoffs, finals, draft, rinse, repeat. There's no break. The entire month of July is spent with people pulling up to these random pro-ams. I think they're going to only grow. I think there's going to be main players from their cities starting pro-ams all over the country to get people who aren't being seen by scouts, seen a la Bo Cruz style, but also athletes coming in and showcasing themselves right in front, about as close as I am to Brock, my producer right now, where they can get in and feel the humanity of that sport. That's amazing. And that doesn't even count the fact that international play is happening right now, which we'll get to a little bit later. Luka took his team to the Quave 54 tourney in Paris. Giannis is about to go play in the Greek national team next week. We see Bronny, Bryce in the Lakers facility, all on the same court together. Little snapshot of all three of them, looking like Tiger Woods and his son. It's like snapshots. Can't stop, won't stop. NBA season open for business for 365 days. And also, one other point, I'll let noted philosopher Kyle Kuzma say it better than me. He said, stop analyzing pro-am basketball. Yeah. If you're being like, well, actually, I felt like LeBron was a little inefficient in his one performance at the Drew League. His plus minus, according to my recollection, was a negative 20. Fuck you. That's not what this is right now. It's like, come on. It's the guy on Twitter who was putting up Bron's three-point shooting. He literally had like a shot chart of LeBron James at the Drew League. Get out of here with all that. Let these dudes ball. And yes, he did that. And let's not make it more than it is.